Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexis and today we're going to talk about books. More specifically, we're going to talk about my most anticipated releases for 2024. Because y'all, this year is looking so good for books. I feel like every single year I always start the year by being like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so good for new book releases. And I always mean it. And I mean it right now because 2024 is looking so good. Some of my all-time favorite arcs that I've read are coming out this year. Some really anticipated sequels are coming out this year. There's so many good books coming out this year and I'm so excited. So I'm gonna stop rambling and we're gonna start talking about it, okay? I'm going roughly in chronological order, starting with January through the end of the year. Our very first book for this video is The Breakup Tour by Emily Wimberly and Austin Siegeman Broca. I've been talking about this book all over the place and I'm so excited for it to be out later January. This book I actually had the luck of reading early and owning a physical copy early. I'm so excited. This is a Taylor Swift inspired second chance romance rom-com moment. It is adorable, and if you're a Swiftie, you're really gonna love this book. Also, as a warning, we're gonna go kind of quick because there's a bunch of books on this list, and I'm well known to ramble, so if I don't keep the pace up, we're gonna be here for like an hour. That being said, pre-order her, go pick her up on release date. A beautiful book to start the list off. The next book I have is from a new-to-me author, and that is Canadian Boyfriend by Jenny Holiday. This is a ballet teacher hockey romance, and I think it's also second chance. I've been super into sports romance last year. I don't know, something about Icebreaker just really got me into hockey romances. I feel like I'm always looking for a new hot hockey player to swoon over, so this book just sounds phenomenal. I cannot wait to read this when it comes out later in January. If you see me sobbing in the streets on February 6th, just know it's because of If Only I Had Told Her by Laura Nolan. If you missed it, actually, I have a vlog on my channel where I read and review If He Had Been With Me, which is the first book in this little duology. And I was shocked, when she announced she was doing a sequel, because I thought, okay, one and done, heart is broken and we're moving on to the next. But no, this girl said we're gonna come back and give you some more heartache. And I'm absolutely gonna read it and I'm gonna cry myself to sleep. And I'm so excited and so nervous. I will be needing like a therapy appointment right after, so I should probably go ahead and schedule that, honestly. I have a bit of a confession. I have never finished a book by Tessa Bailey, and that feels embarrassing because I feel like all the romance girls love Tessa Bailey, and I've never read a book from her, I've never finished a book from her. However, she has one coming out in February called Fangirl Down that has the prettiest green cover, and it's a golf romance. Never have I ever read a golf romance. Like, I've read sports romance, but not golfing romance. And it just sounds really good. I'm super interested. I think I might make this my first Tessa Bailey. Or I might like read a few books to work up to this one because I want to know. I want to know what the hype is about. And this one just looks so cute. And I'm obsessed with the cover. I'm not going to lie. I am obsessed with the cover. I'm super excited to read this. And I really want to like it because I want to become a girl in my Tessa Bailey era. Is that so hard to ask? It's also like the first, I think, a series of like standalone companion sports romances. So if I can like get into that and like not only become a Tessa Bailey girl, but Tessa Bailey sports romance series girl, that would just be everything to me. To end off February, this is actually a book I've already read that's coming out this year and I loved it to pieces, so I really wanted to recommend it in this video, and that is Right on Cue by Fallon Ballard. I've read a few of this author's other books and adored them, and this one is so good. It's a second chance romance, enemies to lovers, co-stars forced proximity romance that takes place in a cozy small town. Our two main characters are co-stars in a movie and they have a bad history together. It is so warm and cozy and spicy. It kind of has like an enemies with benefits sort of vibe. I really love this book and I'm just going to be hyping it up so much until it comes out in February. So highly recommend that one. I know I've already read it, but I just cannot wait to go out and be able to get myself a physical copy because I loved it so much. Okay, moving nicely along to March, we have another book that I've read, which is Happily Never After by Lynn Painter. Fun fact, this is the first Lynn Painter book that made me want to read Lynn Painter, actually. Literally years ago now. I remember her posting the like listing for like selling this book on Instagram, and I remember being like, that sounds so good, back when it was still called The Objectors. And I was like, that sounds amazing. That's years away. I'll read her other books in the meantime, and you know, obviously, if you've been around, you know that Lynn Painter's my girl. I love Lynn Painter. And this one comes out in March finally. It's Happily Never After. It is a rom-com where the main characters object a wedding. Like, that is their job. They are paid to object a wedding. How interesting. How fascinating. I really enjoyed this one. It is packed full of Lynn Painter charm. Absolutely iconic. I cannot wait for it to be out in the world. Again, cannot wait to just go to the store and get a little physical copy and hold it in my hands because I just loved it so much. I'm so excited for it to be out. Out in April, we have The Rule Book by Sarah Adams. I adore Sarah Adams. Absolutely adore her books. And The Rule Book is the sequel, like the companion sequel spin-off to The Cheat Sheet, which I read last year and really liked. And honestly, at this point, I would just eat up anything Sarah Adams writes. Like, I adore her books. They're so cozy and cute. And this is actually her first open door romance. So I'm a little interested to see what that will be like because all of her books I've read before have been closed door. So I'm kind of interested to see how she's going to tackle her first open door novel. Regardless though, I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna read it and I'm beyond excited. Like I said, you could give me Sarah Adams' grocery list and I would be like reading that. I would devour it. This might be embarrassing. I actually don't know anything about this next book, like at all. I just know the author and I love this author with my entire heart. And that would be The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. Do I know what this book's about? Not off the top of my head, like at all. I know I've read the synopsis before, but I don't actually remember a single thing about it. But it's by my girl Holly Jackson, and the Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy is one of my all-time favorite like mystery thrillers ever, and I really enjoyed her other standalone mystery thriller, which was Five Survive. So Miss Holly Jackson's just an auto-buy author for me at this point, and not only can I not wait for this upcoming book by her, but I cannot wait for the adaptation of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. That is going to become my entire personality when it's out in the world. So if you've been on my channel at all, or if you've been around, first of all, thank you, but second of all, you would know that I actually have a little bit of a series on my channel where I read and spoilerly, that was not a word, where I speak with spoilers about the Addicted Calloway Sisters series by Krista and Becca Ritchie. I love that series. It means a lot to me. And the last book, Some Kind of Perfect, is getting republished by Berkeley, so I will be reading it then, and I'm very excited. I know I can read them all on Kindle Unlimited now, or just get the old indie pub editions, but it's just been really fun like waiting for each couple months for the new editions to come out and then getting to like pre-order it and read it as they come out again. This series has just been so important to me in 2023. Like, it was just such an essential part of my reading throughout the entire year that I am so excited to finish it, but also it feels really bittersweet to realize I'm finally going to be at the end of this like 10-book saga. This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. First of all, do I know what this book is about? Not really. I will say, I know that I've like read the synopsises of these books, but I just really suck at remembering what they're about unless they're like right in front of me. I'm excited for this book, but also nervous because I loved this author's debut. Like, absolutely adored it. I had so much fun with it. But then last summer, I read the second book that she came out with and I just could not stand it. It's actually on my worst books of 2023 list. I really want to read and love this book because I know I can read and love her books, but I'm also nervous because there's such a good chance I also might completely hate it. I have no idea what's going to happen with this book. The cover is beautiful. At least if I buy it, it'll have a beautiful cover on my shelf, even if I don't enjoy it. I know this sounds like goofy because like, okay, this is my most anticipated reads of 2024, and I am highly anticipating this. I really want to read it. I'm super interested, but I'm also nervous and a little bit apprehensive, and I think I can be both, and I think that's okay. Past, Present, and Future by Rachel Lynn Solomon. Oh my gosh, when Rachel Lynn Solomon got on Instagram and posted that she was writing a sequel to Today, Tonight, Tomorrow, I lost my mind. I never, ever could have dreamed she would write a sequel to literally one of my all-time favorite books in the entire world. But my world is going to change when Past, Present, and Future comes out. If you guys have not read Today, Tonight, Tomorrow, what are you doing? It's a YA rivals to lovers story, and it's like a 24-hour time plot thing, whatever that trope is called, where it's just a day. It takes place in a day. And the main two characters, Rowan and Neil, are academic rivals. And the two of them are forced to work together in a school-wide game of assassin. And they fall in love. It is so freaking good. I actually have like multiple signed copies because I just love the book so much that it's like a prized possession of mine. And Past, Present, and Future will be coming out this year. I'm so excited, and I cannot wait to get my hands on the beautiful Barnes & Noble edition. It has like sprayed edges, and it's just absolutely stunning. Like, they absolutely did justice to the sequel in the Barnes & Noble edition. Like, it's beautiful. Then I have Daydream by Hannah Grace. If you know anything about me, it's that I'm a Hannah Grace girly. Icebreaker, absolutely. Wildfire, absolutely. I love them. My babies. And this is finally the third book in that series. It's Henry's book. I'm so excited. Like, there's just so much about this book that's making me excited. Obviously, Henry, returning characters. It's going to be taking place like during the school year, and I eat up college romances. So it's just a college romance, and I will be devouring it. Also, the fact that like she's wearing a Taylor Swift cardigan on the cover, and she's like, they've never been kissed before, like shy girl, and then he's him, and it's like a tutoring situation. Not on the floor. I will be there. And I am so excited. And this series, this universe, the Maple Hill series, has just meant so much to me. And I really think Icebreaker is one of the first adult romances that really got me into the genre. And then Wildfire was one of my favorite reads of last year. So I just know that Daydream is going to be one of my favorites of 2024. Then, for this upcoming summer, I have Reckless by Lauren Roberts. I don't think I've talked about it much on my channel, but I actually did read Powerless last year and loved it. Like, 5-star read, one of my favorite fantasy books I've read in a really long time. So obviously, I'm excited for Reckless, the sequel that's coming out. I'm not going to talk about what this book is about because spoilers, but if you don't know what Powerless is about, it is a YA fantasy novel about our main girl, Peyton. It's kind of this world where everyone has powers and everyone who doesn't have powers are not alive. They are unalived. But she is powerless and has gotten away with it like all these years and ends up accidentally getting into like magical trials within the kingdom after she accidentally saves the prince's life. It's very Hunger Games vibes and it's delicious. I ate her up. I loved her. It's really one of my favorite fantasy books I've read in such a long time. So I'm hotly anticipating Reckless and then the third book whenever that one will come out, probably in 2025. Then the very final book I have on this list is Business Casual by B.K. Borison. This is the fourth and final book in the Love Light Farm series, which has been such a long time favorite of mine, and it feels kind of surreal that we'll be getting the last book this year. This one follows some characters that popped up in the series earlier, Charlie and Nova, and I'm excited because I think it's gonna be like Black Cat Golden Retriever energy. I know I keep saying this, I keep like describing it this way, but there's just some authors that I will just truly read anything they write. Like if they announce a book, I'll read it. If they make a novella, I'll read it. And B.K. Borison is definitely one of them. And I just know she's gonna do this last book so much justice. I've been like following all of her little updates and she's been posting teasers and breadcrumbs, and I am so excited to read Business Casual in 2024. All right, my friends, all right, my besties, those were my most anticipated book releases of 2024. I cannot contain my excitement for some of these books. I'm just really looking forward to them. Book releases are so special to me because they just give me something to hold on to and to like look forward to. I actually keep like a whiteboard in my room and I write down upcoming book releases or album releases or events, and it just means so much. It's just something to look forward to, especially as I'm going to be like graduating college and stuff. Just a lot of stressful things are coming, and having exciting new books that I really care about to look forward to just like means so much to me, which is why I think I wanted to talk about them today. If any of these books are like ones you're excited about too, we can talk. I would love to talk. You can comment down below or message me on Instagram. There's my handle. DM me. I would love to chat about them. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that like sort of stuff. I try to upload every Monday, but I'm also more active on Instagram and TikTok. You can find me over there. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I hope you were doing amazing, and I look forward to seeing you next week, I hope. Bye!